far. Well, Barrichello and Martin used to be colleagues at Jordan, and their old team caused quite a stir when, out of the blue, Heinz Harald Frentzen, the most successful driver ever, was dismissed in the week before his home race.
And Jordan and Heinz Harald Frentzen win.
The happy days of '99 long forgotten. Heinz Harald Frentzen sacked from his job just 2 days before his home Grand Prix. His replacement, the less experienced Ricardo Zonta. The news stunned the F1 world.
Clearly this season, despite the fact that there were occasions where we qualified particularly well, we were not able to maximise some of the opportunities that were presented to us. And Heinz and I had a very clear difference of opinion about many of the different things that were happening. And on that basis, I decided that I was no longer able to continue that way. If it's going to be long-term gain for Heinz or for Jordan, then it needed to be done straight away. And I think we all know that prolonging things that aren't going to work or don't seem to be able to work, or in the short term, clearly were not going to work. The only way was to finish it there and then and move on.
There's no doubt that Heinz Harald was going through a run of poor form. He started from 5th on the grid at Silverstone, but finished down in 7th in the race, despite 2 drivers dropping out ahead of him. He was also losing the fight against teammate Jarno Trulli, the Italian out-qualifying him 9 times. The only word from Heinz Harald himself has been this statement. In it, he says he contests the reasons given for his termination in their entirety. He continues, "My position in this matter is now under legal advice. Due to the current situation, I'm unable to make any further comment at this time." Meanwhile, at Hockenheim, he's left a load of fans with no one to cheer for. So where might he find another drive? One destination could have been Toyota, who joined Formula One next year, but that now appears to be a distant possibility. The only other option is if one of F1's midfield teams get rid of an existing driver and throw Frentzen a lifeline. As for the Jordan seat, test driver Zonta has a chance to stake his claim if he races well today, although his qualifying performance of 15th won't have helped. We may well be seeing other drivers in the number 11 Jordan before the end of the season.
So, Tony, the guessing game starts. Who's it going to be? I mean, Lacey's just been mentioned this morning.
Well, this is the latest rumour, so I went over to check that out with the Italian press. They're definitely writing that he will fill into the end of the season. Of course, links with the Team 89, Formula 3000 champion. Does that mean that Heinz Harald Frentzen is then going to be put in his place at the Prost? We don't know. Frentzen's somewhere here out on the circuit. Apparently he's going to jump out as a protester later on, probably in front of the Jordan
But you think
cars.
Sato, perhaps the Japanese driver, who he's got a shout?
Well, yeah, potentially he has. The long-term plan is to get some young superstar in there. Maybe move closer to Honda with Sato, but also maybe look at Alonso. Maybe some sort of swap deal because Briatore manages Alonso. This young 20-year-old is a very exciting prospect. He's another one who's in the frame apparently.
But Jordan, what a weekend they've been having. I mean, if you're a Jordan fan, you're not going to enjoy watching any of this.
No, you're not. The team are not enjoying it. They're not enjoying going in and out of the circuit. Honda not enjoying it, blowing up there for truly a problem. I mean, they used to have, and he was not given the right directions to go back to the pits and didn't make it back for the spare car for qualifying by the marshals. He was upset there. They used to have this hissing snake on the side of the car. And now the team have been here in Hockenheim running the gauntlet. There's Zonta going off. And he was only in 15th place. And a warm-up, they've been going off as well. Zonta did it again, and he's driving very tentatively. And they are being hissed at here. The crowd are hissing, they're booing, the signs are there, Jordan go home. And Eddie Jordan said, it's like, I know what it feels like now to be a football team manager when you run that sort of gauntlet of hate. But he said, I can understand it. If I was an Irishman coming to the Irish Grand Prix and they'd removed the Irish hero just before, he said, I'd be upset too.